Liftoff. United Launch Alliance, Vulcan rocket.
We have Vostochny.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're watching from. I'm ThatSpaceDogeGuy, and welcome to today's live coverage of Soyuz 2.1B launching from the Vostochny Cosmodrome in Russia here. We are just about 11.5 minutes away until we see the liftoff hopefully happening. And then you can see pretty snowy conditions here as we prepare for liftoff. In about, if I'm not mistaken, it's 11 minutes and 20 seconds before we lift off here. You can see a little bit foggy down there. It's pretty snowy too. So it's they feel like it's optimal conditions for today, so they're just gonna go for it. And yeah, that's completely their choice. Anyway, we are here again to see the launch of Soyuz 2.1B. Now, for the people who missed out, we didn't really have coverage of it because we canceled the other day, but there was a launch of the Soyuz 2.1A rocket a few days prior, launching I believe it was an Upsor, yes, Upsor R #1 launched successfully, and we also have mission control audio here.
Доклад 60-го принял первый.
Hello, mission control. Yeah, so basically what I did, I couldn't find the technical feed, so I just mixed one of the stream's technical feed with this live broadcast on YouTube I could find. Full credits to Risk Cosmos as well for this footage. Anyway, rockets looking good, rocket condition looking good.
Готовность к пуску 5 минут первый.
Just some mission control call-outs as we prepare for launch.
5 минут принял.
Now, today's satellites that will be launching on the Soyuz rockets will be AIST-2T #1 and 2. These will be the first two payloads of the AIST-2T to fly. These are Russian optical Earth observation satellites built by the Progress Rocket Space Center for obtaining stereo images of the Earth's surface with maximum resolution of 1.2 meters in panchromatic mode and a swath width, if I'm saying the right pronunciation, of 32 kilometers. Now, the rideshare payloads, this time we didn't know if it was going to be on the Soyuz 2.1A launch that happened a few days prior or this launch. Now, it seems like it's going to be this launch. The rideshare payloads, the 50 small satellites, that will also be launched on this flight now that we know, including 3 from Iran. So today's rocket will go in a sun-synchronous orbit, and it will carry a total, including the small satellites, it will carry a total of 52 payloads into sun-synchronous orbit here. So that's going to be very cool. And here you see a few people getting interviewed or whatever is going on there. So today, for launch provider Roscosmos, launching the Soyuz 2.1B rocket. 2.1B, the frigate M, has been active since 2011. It has 4 strap-on boosters and 4 stages. Now,
Есть готовность АСУ-ТО-СК, есть готовность КГЧ 30.
Доклад 30-го принял первый.
if we talk a little bit about the launch turnaround. Today's launch will be going north, so that's going to be very cool, and it will be the not the fastest turnaround. The fastest turnaround time was 24 days and 22 hours. And today's rocket launching from Site 1S at the Vostochny Cosmodrome. I think that is the only site they have in Vostochny. There's a video of prior launches there. Pretty cool. I was wrong, they have more launch sites. They have a 1A launch site.
Минутная готовность.
In the Vostochny Cosmodrome.
Минутную готовность принял
They have
20-й.
another launch site.
Минутную готовность принял 30-й.
Just lower that down. They have another launch site, site 1A. That is for Angara missions.
Минутную готовность принял
And they have a
60-й.
launch site 2A. That
Минутную
will be
готовность
used
принял
for
70-й.
Amur flights.
Минутную готовность принял 75-й. Принята готовность к пуску.
Now,
1
Amur
минута
will be
первый.
basically the 7th Soyuz rocket. We basically have
Есть
Falcon
готовность
9
системы измерений 70-й.
design, if I would say this correctly.
Доклад
So
70-го
everyone's
принял
going towards
первый.
reusability. Now,
Есть
Vostochny
готовность систем
Cosmodrome
комплекса
had a
30-й.
Site 5, now inactive.
Доклад
So that's
30-го
not in
принял
operation
первый.
anymore. It previously, the last launch from Site 5 in Vostochny Cosmodrome was April 25th, 2006 at 5:47 p.m. Nah, I think 4:47 p.m. ET, I believe. And that site has been active since then. So pretty good history it did have, and now that was actually the Soyuz Cosmodrome they called it. That's interesting.
Ключ на старт.
And then these three are the Vostochny Cosmodrome.
Есть
Now,
ключ на старт
this is a
30-й.
pretty open area for
Доклад 30-го принял
Russian
первый.
Federation, because they stream a lot and post a lot of pictures for of this launch site, even pre-launch, post-launch. Well, post-launch I'm not sure, but pre-launch definitely, as I've seen earlier. Now, of course, very snowy conditions here, but that doesn't even matter because everything's still looking pretty well for today's liftoff at, I believe, 18 past the hour. That's 1:18 p.m. UTC. That's gonna be very cool. Bet it's gonna be such a scam again. Hold on. I'm getting accepted by all these bots, and I know they are gonna scam. Look, I'm just gonna wave, and then bam, you bought something. Blah blah blah. What a scam! I'm telling you. Anyway, that's a story for another day, another live stream, another channel. So, 5 minutes ago, so we see hopefully the launch.
Есть
Now,
пробивка 30-й.
this will be the second
Есть
launch
пробивка
after the
70-й.
Baikonur Cosmodrome incident, which
Доклад руководителя
crew.
принял первый.
Now, of course, Soyuz has nothing to do with the problem. Well, it kind of did. It launched, but that it wasn't affected by the problem. Let's
Первый
just
есть
say that.
переход на
'Cause
бортовое питание.
if you haven't
60-й.
heard by now, there were some issues with
Доклад
the.
60-го принял первый.
There were some issues on the pad after the launch last time out, and they're now in just fixing that. And that is at Baikonur Cosmodrome. And that is the only launch site they have for crew missions. So hopefully that gets resolved soon, and we're gonna get launching back up there then. Until then, 4 minutes away until we see this one fly a payload. Like I just said, AIST-2T. Let me just guess. Yeah, fuck you, yes. Oh, I should be swearing. Oh my god. Let me just mute my mic for a second because I need to deal with this. This is like the... I'm just gonna go including it. Okay, I need to not get disturbed by this. I'm sorry, guys. It's just... It almost happens every day. I just get from these scam bots. I just play with them and then block them. It's pretty weird. Unbelievable, though.
Дренаж.
Есть дренаж, 30-й.
Есть дренаж 70-й. Доклады принял первый.
Well, let's actually take a listen to mission control here as we get the final two.
Наддув. Есть наддув 70-й. Есть брос ШАО 60-й. Доклады принял первый.
Есть наддув общий, 30-й.
Доклад 30-го принял первый. Есть наддув общий 70-й. Есть сброс ШАО системы измерений 70-й. Доклад 70-го принял первый.
And there's a second. Well, that's 2 scams in a day. Anyway, sorry to just completely be off topic here now that I've dealt with this. Let's get back to the launch like we should. We're a minute and a half away now. Yeah. Oh, it even says seconds. 05 seconds past the hour. Crazy. Now we're coming up to the final minute before launch. Here we go. Crossing 1 minute mark.
Земля борт.
Hello, welcome to the stream. We're just getting ready for the launch here.
Есть переход блока 3 ступени на бортовое питание. Есть отрыв ШАО блока 3 ступени.
Okay, we're gonna be on the way here.
Есть отрыв холодный пневмоколодок блока И 70-й.
Есть мачта, 30-й.
Okay, we're gonna get launched in 20 seconds. Here we go.
Пуск.
Пуск. Зажигание. Предварительное. Промежуточное. Главное. Подъем.
Прошел контакт подъема. Двигатели центрального и боковых блоков вышли на режим плавной ступени. 10 секунд. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. 20 секунд. Двигатели первой и второй ступени работают нормально.
Beautiful launch there of Soyuz 2.1B flying.
30 секунд. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме.
30 seconds here. AIST-2T is flying now. Soyuz is flying.
40 секунд. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая.
Getting through the harsh part of the atmosphere now.
50 секунд. Давление в камерах сгорания двигателей ракеты-носителя в норме.
Now this is absolutely beautiful as we see. There's the vapor cone.
60 секунд. Полет нормальный.
Plus 1 minute. Everything's going as expected here. Vehicle's gonna do turn.
70 секунд. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме.
Beautiful cloud there. And there we have outboard shots.
80 секунд. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая.
Absolutely beautiful.
90 секунд. Двигатели первой и второй ступени работают нормально. 100 секунд. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме. 110 секунд. Тангаж, рысканье, вращение в норме.
Plus 2 minutes. Here we go.
Есть выключение
There goes the
двигателей
first
боковых
strap-on
блоков.
booster
Есть
separating.
отделение боковых блоков.
Beautiful. Normal separation there.
130 секунд. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая.
Beautiful.
140 секунд. Двигатель второй ступени работает нормально. 150 секунд. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме. 160 секунд. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме.
Almost coming to 3 minutes. So
170
next two
секунд.
events that
Полет
are gonna
нормальный.
happen here soon. We're gonna have fairing jettison, and then we're gonna, after fairing jettison, we should see the stages separating.
180 секунд.
Now, of
Двигатель
course,
второй ступени
this
работает
version
нормально.
has 4 stages, so it's really going to be needed for this flight, since we have so many payloads that need to go into the
190
sun
секунд.
synchronous orbit.
Стабилизация изделия устойчивая.
So these 4 stages on board are really needed. And
200
the 4
секунд.
stage is
Полет
actually an
нормальный. Время
included
КП
frigate
16
stage. That is an
часов,
option
18
that they can
минут, 5
choose
секунд,
for higher
462
orbits.
миллисекунды
And that's
декретного
exactly what they're
московского
using
времени.
now. So,
210 секунд. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме.
already plus 3 minutes. Get ready in about 10 seconds for the fairing jettison.
220 секунд. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме.
That's fairing jettison, and then the
Есть спрос створа
separations.
головного обтекателя.
There it goes. So the stage
240
will still be
секунд.
burning.
Тангаж, рысканье,
Next
вращение
steps
в
after
норме.
this. So here we go. Next steps after this will be I believe the first
250
stage cut
секунд.
off,
Двигатель второй
and then
ступени
the second
работает
stage will be
нормально.
separating, and then the second stage will ignite. And it will basically, I think it will do a hot staging.
260 секунд.
Yeah,
Стабилизация
it will
изделия
probably do a hot
устойчивая.
staging here soon. Now, this is what Russia always does, and pretty common for them.
270
And now we're going to see an
секунд.
animation
Параметры
here,
системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме.
but it's pretty common for them to use hot staging. And now we're not really used to
Прошел
that
гарантийный
because of
надув баков
Starship.
третьей
Here we go.
ступени.
There's cutoff, separation.
Есть запуск двигателя третьей ступени. Есть выключение двигателя второй
There's hot
ступени.
staging I'm talking about. That's quick
Есть
hot
отделение
station.
второй
And
ступени.
ignites. Now the second stage
Есть
running.
сброс панели хвостового отсека. 310 секунд. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая.
That was beautiful. And now we're going to see animation again.
320 секунд. Двигатель третьей ступени работает нормально. 330 секунд. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме.
It's actively going on now.
340 секунд. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме.
Now, okay, so in about 200 seconds or so,
350 секунд. Полет
just
нормальный.
a minute or a few minutes, we're gonna see the third stage cut off. So this is actually the third stage. running now.
360 секунд. Тангаж, рысканье, вращение в норме.
So that is the third stage running. And normally, that
370
would be
секунд.
the
Параметры
end
конструкции
of the
ракеты-носителя
mission
и
after,
разгонного блока в норме.
because after third stage shuts down, we should not today.
380
hopefully,
секунд. Двигатель третьей
but,
ступени
there should be
работает
payload
нормально.
separation and it will be in orbit. Now with this variant, because it has a frigate
390
upper stage,
секунд.
it is, of
Параметры
course, for
системы
bigger
управления
orbits.
ракеты-носителя в
It
норме.
now has a frigate fourth stage, and it's pretty small, but it will place the rocket in a very
400 секунд. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая.
satellite, I believe will be placed in the orbit it should be. So
410 секунд. Полет нормальный.
Now they're switching through with cameras. I'm not sure what they're doing.
Прошло включение второй ступени наддува баков третьей ступени.
So this is the animation that they're showing.
430 секунд. Двигатель третьей ступени работает нормально. 440 секунд. Тангаж, рыскание, вращение в норме. 450 секунд. Полет нормальный. 460 секунд. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя и разгонного блока в норме. 470 секунд. Двигатель третьей ступени работает нормально.
Third stage is running as it should be.
480 секунд. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. 490 секунд. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая. 500 секунд. Полет нормальный. 510 секунд. Тангаж, рыскание, вращение в норме. 520 секунд. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя и разгонного блока в норме. 530 секунд. Двигатель третьей ступени работает нормально.
I think there's an early event.
540 секунд. Параметры системы
Not sure
управления
if this is
ракеты-носителя в
planned
норме.
or something went wrong, but animation shows that
550
the
секунд.
third
Полет
stage
нормальный.
should already be cut off and separated, but doesn't look like it. Oh.
560 секунд. Есть выключение двигателя третьей ступени. Есть отделение головного блока. Головной
there it
блок
is.
в составе
Okay.
разгонного блока фрегат
Bingo.
номер 142-602 и космического
Spacecraft
аппарата AIST-2T
separation.
номер 1-2 и попутной полезной нагрузки выведен на незамкнутую опорную орбиту.
And I believe they're probably going to end the coverage fairly soon here, because they're not going to show too much of the frigate stage. And this deployment sequence might take many hours, maybe. I'm not sure what the official timeline is for today. Okay, well, that's going to be it seems like. Yep, that's going to be it for today. We just saw a beautiful launch earlier, 10 minutes ago. Beautiful launch of the Soyuz 2.1B rockets carrying the AIST, I believe AIST-2T 1 and 2. So beautiful launch. Congratulations to Roscosmos for this launch. That's gonna conclude our coverage here as well. Pretty short, but it is what it is. We'll be back, I believe, on the 30th for a Long March 7A from the Wangchang Satellite Launch Center. That will be the final stream before the New Year's, the final rocket launch stream before the New Year's, since we also have a New Year stream planned, which will include a lot I will tell you about in the next stream as well. I don't think I can tell you in the next stream. This is the last time you'll hear me until we actually get the New Year's coverage in, if you're gonna hear me. As you may have seen, we're gonna have 3 streams. First stream starting at 10:30 a.m. my time, 9:30 UTC for the New Year's around the world. And then we're gonna have the webcam around my house live at 2 p.m. UTC, and then the main stream for us at 10:05 p.m. UTC, and that is the that will be the stream for the New Year's. And that, if you're interested in watching that, of course, it's on the channel here. Don't worry, guys. Anyway, that's gonna conclude the coverage, because it seems like they're gonna end the coverage too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Liftoff. United Launch Alliance Vulcan rocket.